All right, y'all. Hold on. Bear with me. This month going fast. This is week 3 of the Halloween horror classics I'm doing. And week 3, we got sci-fi. And to me, in my opinion, it don't get no more legendary, more classic, more iconic than this movie. You see the thumbnail, you see what the title is about. The Great Aliens. I'm gonna try to make this short because I got another video I'm gonna do right after. I get to that when I get to it. But I have to take my damn time with this because I'm so entrenched with the lore. You see in the background, Aliens vs. Predator, Prometheus, all of them. They are divisive. Whether you love them or hate them, they mediocre, all of that. That's the topic for another day. Aliens from 1979 is the reason the lore exists. When you got a big lore, a fan base, you know what I'm saying? You got decades of lore and history and movies and comics and spin-offs. It's always able to come back to life, like we just seen with the Halloween franchise the last 5 years. But I'm finna give everybody, I always say, I do normally cast 2 or 3 of the main cast members because it could be 8 or 9 people on screen, but 3 or 4 of them who carried the movie. This cast, everybody carried the movie because everybody played a pivotal role. I'm starting with the screenplay. The writer, Dan O'Bannon. Genius, intellectual. This shit he did was great. And you know we got to go to the director, Ridley Scott. Iconic, legendary. When I talk about like Steven Spielberg, Stephen King, Wes Craven, Scorsese, they always had a movie in the late 70s, early 80s that rocketed them. And this is where Ridley Scott came off. We got Sigourney Weaver. And before I get to anybody else, I gotta go in on her. Ellen fucking Ripley. I did a countdown of my top 10 protagonists with Laurie Strode, Nancy. I got Andy Barclay. She made the top 10 of that list. I'm gonna tell you why I love Sigourney Weaver as Ellen Ripley. This is before the Me Too movement, before the Black Lives movement, before the police brutality, before the White Lives Matter and Kanye bullshit, before all of the Gen Z generation and wokeness of Wonder Woman gotta be super powerful. You know what I'm saying? Rey from Star Wars can't have no weaknesses or, you know what I'm saying, deficiencies unlike Luke or Anakin. This is the era where every woman She-Hulk gotta be smart, intelligent, no flaws, bullshit. She had everything of a man, because this was built for a man, Sigourney Weaver's character. They just flipped it at the last minute. She's smarter than everybody. Ain't no she's stronger. She was the top of her class. She's a normal, you know what I'm saying, space explorer like everybody else. You just like us. It ain't no special treatment for her. And she turns out, not no damsel in distress or final girl that we plan to be, like a horror movie. By process of elimination, her intuition, her smartness, her intellectual, her leadership is fuck all the man woman. She got all the attributes of a leader, and it wasn't forced and it wasn't thrown upon you. You didn't look at the movie from the jump like, oh, we know she finna be damn near Wonder Woman or Rey. They call them Mary Sue's, or the male Mary Sue is like, I don't know what they call a Mary Sue for a guy, but you know what a Mary Sue is, a woman so strong, so powerful, no weaknesses, and they didn't do that with her. It was natural. This is 79. Women wasn't really even getting the respect they should have got in that era, but they wrote her perfectly. Now let me get to everybody else. Tom Segura is Dallas. John Hurt is Kane. Yapet Kotto is Parker. I butchered that name and I know it. And then we got Harry Stanton as Brett and Ian Holm as Ash. That's the Prometheus kind of character, like the cyborg, whatever you want to call it. One thing I also like about the cast is it's first name based. Ain't no Dallas Smith, Kane, Johnson, Parker, you know what I'm saying? They first name, like how it would be at a job or a space exploration. And then I gotta get to the budget. They started off with this movie with $4 million should cut it. That should be enough. With the technology, without the CGI and the animatronics and real prosthetics back in the day. A man in a suit type of thing. They realized we can make it happen, but damn it, we're gonna need $7 more million. So it went from $4 million to $11 million. They made 184, so franchises started. This company, it get criticized like all big brand companies. Wayland to Chicani. Yutani. I don't know if it was Wayland Yutani at the beginning. They merged later on down the lore. So I'm just going to say Wayland Enterprise. Now we finna get to this damn movie. I'm talking about Star Wars, Star Trek, all these space explorations going to the final frontier. I'm into it. I'm with it. I loved it. They in like sleeping pods, like going across the galaxy exploring. But the Wayland Company already know we sending these motherfuckers unequipped to really get xenomorphs. But they think they on the exploration tour throughout the cosmos to, you know what I'm saying, discover planets, life, all of that. Even a movie called Life, where Ryan Reynolds tried to copy off of them. I like that movie with the, what's his name? Calvin or whatever, the little Martian. That shit was good, but why you even bring that up? This is Aliens. Don't compare nothing to Aliens. Let's get to it. Everybody doing their thing on a spaceship. They going through the cosmos and they in a dream pod sleeps. The movie starts off, they waking up at their dream pod. I mean, they sleeping pods. They start talking to each other. This is when you get the exposition, the mission statement, the basis of the movie, and you get a feel of the characters. Ellen ain't somebody who overruling people, talking shit. No, I'm your superior. She just like everybody else. Even, not no Ray. I'm gonna keep saying that because the way women are wrote now, it's like, goddamn, Captain Marvel. What did she learn throughout the movie? Nothing. That ain't like Iron Man or Peter Parker in my background. Let's get to it. Stop interrupting yourself. So they doing their thing, exposition happening. It's not a long movie either. They get this shit out the way in like an hour and 10 minutes. Let me calm down. This ain't a rant. Like I said, the cast that I just mentioned is all, you know what I'm saying, they talking, they doing they space exploration shit, computers, data, high-tech shit, doing their thing. Once they get to a certain situation, they contact the whaling station like, yeah, we finna touch down, we finna do this. And this is when I think they finna go actually explore another exoplanet. They get to the planet, they exploring, some, you know what I'm saying, sci-fi shit happen, a couple jump scares, smoke pods, you know how, you know what I'm saying, Earth and, not Earth, but you know how the cosmos works, certain planets, ice, hot, you know, all that science shit. So they get, I think, they come across some xenomorph. I think, you know, the face hugger that be in a pod. They come across that. They scoop it up, the hazmat suits, all that. They bring it back on the ship. Now, Ian already, I mean, Ash character is already, it's a better word that I'm not calling him, man. He is a, what you call them kind of things? Them like humanoid type of, you know what I'm saying, android type of robot type of thing, whatever. He already knowing what's going on, and he just like to oversee it on the low as if he a human. So as the movie going on, they start experimenting on the thing. They start to like put signals to it to test it, stuff happening. Then it comes a point where they eating dinner like, man, this thing look a little, you know what I'm saying, it don't have no signals that we ever seen. It's, of course, it's alien from a different planet, but they are space explorers where they done came across life and other things throughout the cosmos. But this is the first thing they come across that seems alive and is developing through embryo stages before the face hugger busts out and gets on his face. So they seeing geoactivity. Like, this is not a dead entity that we done captured. So they get it on a situation where they're exploring it, and I'm not cutting this right every plot beating bam, but I'm just trying to give you the whole figure scope of it. My point is, they get to the situation where the face hugger gets out and gets on one of the characters' face. Now it's face hugging him, full-fledged grip on him. Now they gotta isolate him, do research. They see the face hugger got something going down his throat, which is the xenomorph. They see all the movement, they can't get it off of him. Then it finally just like releases itself and goes out. They recapture it, try to lock it up, woo-woo. They got this nigga in ISO for like a day or two. We could say a week or two, whatever. Next thing you know, they let him out one day. He seemed like they do his vitals. Everything seemed normal. They bring him back to the table. I'm like, for one, If this was nowadays, this would be everybody be killing this scene. Like cinema scenes, everything wrong with aliens type of moment. Where it's like, why would you let him come back to the table? That's obvious, but they checked his vitals, everything seemed normal. He at the table acting weird as a bitch. Not like crazy shit. He just like in like a comatose stage, not really eating, not really paying attention. So they like, yeah, this shit ain't right. They take him back to the table and strap him down because they like, yeah, this ain't right. That's when we get the iconic xenomorph chest busting out. When that scene happened, not only was that a big sign in the technology of not computers, but of prosthetics and how they broke the mold with a lot of the things that they brought to the screen for the first time ever. That shit looked real compared to now. The CGI, you know, this is a big green screen. They not really here. That's not really here. They did everything the old school way before CGI and all this high-tech stuff that's coming out now. So now the xenomorph is out on the loose. It break loose. Everybody in a panic mode. The Wayland Shikani Corporation, they just like, damn, we knew this was gonna happen. We don't give a fuck. We didn't train them for that. We trained them to be astronauts, not xenomorph hunters. They don't care about your well-being. They care about money, money, money. Even though they done cure cancer and they the richest billionaire, trillionaire company, and they done cure it and discover stuff that we never thought it'd be possible. So I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? They thought they couldn't just tell them what this mission was going to be and make it fully professional. The xenomorph break loose and is growing rapidly till it get to its final form. The mouth and the mouth inside the mouth. The most iconic shit you could ever think about, write, or imagine for a sci-fi horror. And the xenomorph, strong as a bitch, is knocking all the males off. And as you watching this, if you put yourself in 79 or whatever, you thinking, this don't got a final girl kind of feel, but they are making dumb decisions. That's just Sigourney Weaver character Ellen Ripley not making. Now you start seeing snippets here and there. She like, I think we should do this. They overrule her. No, we're not doing this. Like they misogynistic with her. She got a good ass idea, and they like, no. I learned this years ago. No matter if it's a man or a woman, somebody older or younger than you can learn from anybody. If I'm 38. If a 25-year-old motherfucker got a way better idea and he got more money than me and he making his life way more successful than me, I can lower my pride and say, this 25-year-old nigga know what the fuck he doing. Let me take some notes. They ain't like that. They chauvinistic pigs. Everything she say is the idea that you should do. But in this world, this time, I'm talking real world and movie world, a woman's opinion didn't matter as much. They was fighting for equality at them era, 79. So everything she say do, they go against it and they all get knocked off to where she final girl her way. And then they no damsel in distress or no obvious final girl. I didn't expect this shit from the jump. So the way she go through the xenomorph, I think she using all kind of the high power weapons they got. She finessing it. She ain't just superpower or an unhuman, nothing Avenger. She excuse me. She a human being. So she using her intellect and mind to get out of this situation with the alien. She finesse it. I'm finna fuck up because I know if I get some commenters, they might can correct this. I don't know if this is the one where she I think she put the suit on like the Mad Walker suit and battled the xenomorph because the xenomorph I think is pregnant and she vanquished it out the escape pod into the vacuum of space. End of the movie. Happy ending. Now, I'm going to tell you like this. I didn't go through every plot beat and going through this movie, and I don't even feel, as I'm talking right now, I don't even know if I justified this movie as good as this was. I highly recommend this. This is Aliens. An American classic. A worldwide classic. I told you about the budget and all that. This raised the bar for sci-fi, horror monster. Like, the xenomorph is so iconic, you can't duplicate that. Movies done tried to be sci-fi horror, they can't compete. This movie right here, I'm gonna be honest, fam. I'm sorry. I'm giving this a 9 out of 10. Why it's not a 10 to me is because the simple fact it's a lot of moments in the movie for me personally. Even though I just said everything I said that's good about it, it's a lot of moments in the movie where they just sitting around a table eating dinner and talking. You know what I'm saying? But that's not major. A 9 out of 10 ain't bad. Now, so I was thinking 10, but I'm a calm it down. There you have it. The first movie of sci-fi horror. Now, this got some movies I'm going to be bringing out this week. Is crazy. So stay tuned. Your favorite horror channel, ZZ the King. Like and subscribe, and I'll be out.